Alright lads, welcome back to my kitchen, and before we get too far into this video, I do gotta say that this video is being sponsored by a fellow streamer, Big Daddy Matty 45, and he has a special message for you guys, so I'll go ahead and roll that now.
Sorry to interrupt your daily schedule of Black Ops 7. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 2 of Grotesque's Kitchen, sponsored by Big Daddy Matty 45.
But anyway, as the title suggests, today we are not just making a tuna melt, we're making a tuner melt. God, I can't listen, man. It's an inside joke. Okay, so here's a bit of lore. Actually, let me go get the can opener first. Oh God, I hope I have a can opener. Okay, I have one. Like, I knew I had one, but I wasn't sure if it was still operational. It's one of those things where even if I didn't, you know, dude, I found some creative ways to open cans in the past. Like, when I was homeless for a little stretch there back in like 2019, that summer, I if I had a can I couldn't open, I would just grab like a fork and just it was a little violent, and I was probably like eating aluminum by the time it was all said and done, but it's all good. Anyway, gonna go ahead and try to open this. Anyway, no, so back in the day when like me and Maddie were still teenagers or whatever, we used to do all sorts of substances and smoke a bunch of stuff, and oh wow, I'm getting a really strong smell off of this. I know where I've smelled this before. With Big Daddy Matty's mom last night. But anyway, yeah, we used to like, you know, just get all messed up and then we'd make tuna melts. But we used to talk really goofy, so we'd be like, that's a tuner melt. Like, we talked all stupid. Alright, so we got that bad boy cracked open. Hold up, let me, oh wait, should we drain the, yeah, we should probably like drain the juice. Now, I can't really move the camera too much because I have it at a decent angle right now and it's on the tripod and I don't want to get tuna juice on my phone, but here, you can just kind of like, hey, you see that from there? Oh yeah, she's wet. Anyway, so there's a few things you need for this. You need tuna, you need bread, you need cheese, and then optionally, I'm gonna show you the way to make a deluxe tuner melt that we didn't even do back in the day. It's just something that I do because it's delicious. Also, if you're wondering, oh wow, that was loud. Also, if you're wondering why I look like garbage and you know whatever, it's like 7 in the morning right now. I'm making a tuna melt at 7 in the morning. God help me, dude. What is my life? Alright, so it'd probably help if I grabbed a plate. I didn't even do that yet. Also, let me say, I was not planning to ever make another G's Kitchen video, but he sponsored this video. Literally, like when I say sponsored, I mean he paid for all of this stuff. Hold up, I should probably get the thing. Actually, no, I'm not gonna get it warmed up just yet. But he's been like begging me to make this tuna melt G's Kitchen video just to kind of like call back to whatever, like the good old days. And I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I really, you know, want to make another G's Kitchen video. He was like, I'll literally pay you for the ingredients. And jokingly, I sent him my Cash App tag on Discord, but for like 2 seconds. Like literally, it was like 2 seconds that it was up and then I deleted it. But within those like 2 seconds, it was probably only like 1 second before I deleted it, he copied the Cash App tag, went to Cash App, and sent me like $17 and like 38 cents. It was some really bizarre number that was definitely way more than what it would have actually costed to get all this stuff. So I was like, all right. So we got our 2 pieces of bread here, and then you need to go get some cheese. Now for me, obviously, I'm severely allergic to dairy, and 1 bite of dairy makes me sick for days. So in my case, it's actually gonna be like dairy-free cheese. My cheese for this week is the Violife, just like mature cheddar slices. So for anybody else out there that's really lactose intolerant, looking for like other, you know, substitutes for things, there's a couple brands. I use the Follow Your Heart cheese. They're vegan. The Violife cheese, also 100% dairy-free vegan. Chow slices are really good. Daya, however you're supposed to say it, they make good cheese as well. And then there might be another brand I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But yeah, those are some of my go-tos. These are, you know, they're all really good brands. It tastes just like real cheese too, you know, like all these dairy-free and like vegan substitutes that are out nowadays, you know, like these taste just like cheese. I use coconut milk instead of cow's milk. That tastes just like normal milk, basically. Just like slightly different, I guess. And they got like pizza and stuff like that. So, I mean, like, even thankfully nowadays, there's like better solutions for a lot of the stuff. Ice cream, likewise. I eat like non-dairy ice cream. Tastes basically the same, still tastes good. Like, you can use these cheeses to make some pretty banging, like, grilled cheeses. For example, like, the cheese melts pretty well that way. They even got, like, vegan and dairy-free. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the stove on a while, put it on, like, medium heat. But even like dairy-free and like vegan Reese's peanut butter cups and Hershey's chocolate nowadays, which I actually keep on hand consistently, they come in these little bags and come in like little fun-sized bites or whatever. But anyway, you got the tuna right here. Now, if you wanted to be a hog, you could use like a whole can, but we're not going to do all that necessarily. Oh my god, dude, the smell of tuna is really strong. I forgot. Maybe it's just because it's like canned tuna. But hold on, give me a minute. Oh yeah, right. It comes out in like little chunks or whatever. You just kind of want to get a good amount spread across the bread. I mean, honestly, I swear when I used to make this, I used to use like a whole can anyway. Or maybe I did. Maybe it was half a can, but I know I used a ridiculous amount of tuna. All right, yeah, we're going to use about like half a can, something like that. Yeah, so we got like half the can down. Don't worry, I'll show it to you in 1 minute. Oh man, wow. Okay, there you go. Get it just like that. There you go. Get a nice like even layer across. I mean, honestly, if you wanted to make like a double tuna sandwich here, double tuna sandwich, you can put a bit more on. And yeah, so then the grill, what do you call this thing? The stove, the pot, the pan, the thing, it smells a little bit. And you put the cheese on top and take the other piece of bread, you slap it together. And now you may think, oh well, this is boring, you just put it on the thing. And then no, there's more interesting things that are going to happen then. Next up, just for the sake of it not sticking to the pan, you want to like spray some of that pan spray on there. Now this is where things get a little interesting because there's a few different ways you can do this now. You can either A, put it on plain, B, optionally put mayo on the outside of the bread instead of butter or the pan spray, and then it's like, or you can wait until the very end and then do what I'm gonna do. Like there's a mirror, and you could also do a combination of those things and put the mayo on the outside and then do what I'm gonna do at the end and just make it like this ultra whatever sandwich. But just for the time being, we're gonna put that on there. Do I have a spatula? Yeah, spatula. Hold on, wait. I want the, oh, I don't have a metal one. Okay, not a clean metal one anyway. All right, going into SpongeBob mode here with my sandwich here. If you want to see it real quick, it's just sitting inside the pan. Like I said, it's kind of hard to set all this stuff up. I'd have to buy like a GoPro for all this, but it's a pretty intuitive process. You put tuna on bread, you put cheese on top of tuna, you put bread on top of other cheese on top of tuna on top of other bread. You put it in the pan and then you wait. Yeah, see, if I open this up right now, like I think the sun is still. Yeah, you can see the sun sort of like peering through back there. It's like, I mean, when I first started recording this like 10 minutes ago, the sun, it was still like dark outside. You can see it's like starting to come up a little bit, but I'm a vampire, so I always leave like blinds closed, windows closed. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen my window before in my room, but there's black out of my windows, which essentially means that like no light comes in. Like it's just black all the time. All right, now it's taking a minute for the bread to do the heating thing. Now I don't want to turn the heat up too high because then it'll just scorch the bread and not cook the inside. I don't understand why cooking works that way. Like, how come if you turn up the heat, the outside gets scorched but the inside doesn't? You think it would just be this crazy, insane temperature and then everything just gets hot, but no, physics and rules of life just have to be stupid, I guess. See, I'm a basic guy. I don't cook for myself. I don't do any of this garbage. Like this right here, I'm just doing this because this video is sponsored and just because, like, you know, whatever. I'm doing it for the video. Like, the only way you could get me to cook is if I'm doing it for a video. Otherwise, man, let me tell you my daily diet. We got cereal for breakfast. We got, like, you know, maybe like a fruit smoothie that comes in like a pre-packaged bottle. Like a Nature's Valley granola bar. What are we talking for lunch? We're talking like, you know, like a turkey or a ham sandwich or something. We're talking like cold deli meat, you know, it just comes pre-packaged. You put it on the bread, you know, with some like pretzels and like an Oreo cookie and then a Coca-Cola also pre-packaged. And then dinner's where it gets like the most complex in terms of cooking. We're looking at microwave chicken nuggets, microwave frozen fries. I know you're supposed to put those in the oven or the air fryer, but I never do that. It's too much work. Put them in the microwave for a minute and a half with like a paper towel over top. Perfect. And then like for dessert, maybe have some like dairy-free ice cream or like, oh, I don't know, one of those like little Entenmann's, however you're supposed to pronounce that brand, mini pies. I think Little Debbie also makes things like that, like just one of those prepackaged little like things like that. And yeah, that's basically about it. I also enjoy tea as well. You know, like iced tea, like the kind you buy. It's like a prepackaged. I mean, I will go out of my way sometimes to make like a good tea because like tea is good, like that herbal tea stuff just like makes you feel good. But yeah, even that is very rare. All right, so we're starting to get a little bit of browning happening on the bread here, and that's essentially what the tuna thing is. It's you know, it's just a little bit of a waiting game. Now, again, you could turn up the heat a little bit higher if you're impatient like me. impatient like me, turning it up. So right now, oh my god, I'm stupid. I was turning it lower. I thought it went low to high. It goes low to high, so I gotta put it this way to make it higher. See, I'm stupid. Don't be like me. All I wanted was you. There's this little stray piece of tuna that fell off the sandwich and is now just sitting in the stove. Hold on, let me see if I can get it with like this batch. I was about to touch the pan and just grab it, but I forgot that pans were hot. I haven't like used a pan unironically to cook since like yeah, never mind, let's not talk about that. Anyway, oh, it just fell off again. Look, it's like this little stray piece of tuna, now it's all charred. Actually looks kind of good. That just made me think, like, what if somebody made tuna chips, man? Oh, yeah, okay, so we got a nice golden brown happening on the bottom, you see that? Yeah, that's the point where you want to flip it, so it's kind of hard because it's a tuner melt, so what I'd recommend is just, like, flipping the pan and the sandwich at the same time, so it's, like, kind of easier, and then there you go. You got that nice golden brown there. You guys want to know what I used to like to cook when I still cooked? Grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwiches / grilled peanut butter and honey sandwiches / peanut butter and honey and banana sandwiches / peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I think I tried peanut butter and jelly and banana one time. I think that was good too, but yeah, man, you just make a PB&J, you grill it, maybe put some butter on the outside if you want to be fancy with it, and yeah, it's pretty good. And if you want to know how to make the best peanut butter and jelly, go back on the channel and watch the G's Kitchen tutorial on how to make a peanut butter and jelly. We did PB&J, grilled cheese. What else did we do, man? We did grilled cheese, peanut butter and jelly. We made pancakes. I swear there was another one. There had to be another one, I think, but maybe there wasn't. Maybe that's all I did. But I don't know, man. If G's Kitchen is back, if this is something more people want to see, you know, I'm really lazy. Okay, so now we have... Okay, so here's the problem. I turned the heat up too high, and what happened. Or what I said would happen, where the outside is getting cooked, but the inside is not. So that was definitely my mistake. So now in these circumstances, what you want to do is just kind of like push down on the bread a little bit. It kind of helps it cook a bit faster on the inside, and then the temperature can just kind of do the rest. Let the sizzle and do the sizzle, and yeah, I think that's about the best that I'm gonna be able to get it before I completely char the sandwich. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a weirdo, and I kind of liked charred bread, like slightly overcooked, over toasted bread. I don't like eating charcoal by any means, but like sometimes that little bit of just like extra crisp or whatever is pretty good. So yeah, there we go. We got the tuner melt, and now this is where things get a little fancy. Like I said, if you wanted to deviate and use like mayo on the outside of the bread instead of butter, you could totally do that. And then do what I'm gonna do, or you could just like, again, I'm gonna explain all this. So we have mayo and mustard here, and you can probably see where this is going. So if you wanted to, you could put mustard on the outside of, or I'm sorry, mayo on the outside of the bread and just do that. And then on the inside, after it's cooked, just put mustard inside, or you could put mayo on the outside and on the inside on top of the mustard. Or you can just do it normally and then take the top off at the end, put mayo mustard on the one piece, spread it all around, and then there you go. So in our case, we're just gonna do it that way. Oh no, the cheese is sort of sticking to the one piece of bread. Okay. So what you wanna do right here is you wanna grab a little bit of mayo and just give it a good old little, something like that. You don't want to do too much because we still got to leave some room for the mustard to go on. Then you get the mustard, just shake it up a little bit, and then you put that on top of the mayo, just a little bit, right? Because like mustard is a bit pungent to the taste, like it's very strong, so you don't want to do it like a whole lot. But then what you do is you like mix it all together, spread it all around the bread, because essentially what this does is it gives you this really nice, I don't even know what to compare it to, I guess like deviled egg type flavor. But every time that I make like egg salad, chicken salad, tuna salad, like anything of that nature, I put mayo and mustard on. I know other people do like pickles and all that. Just mayo, mustard, baby. That's all you need. It makes any sort of salad like that. Ham salad too. That's also great with that. Just mustard and mayo. It's a freaking great combo. But yeah, there you go. You get it on there just like that on the side with the cheese. Put it back on there with the tuna. And I know the melt part didn't happen so much, and normally this cheese that I'm using does melt very well. That was just completely my fault because again, I set the heat too high, so the outside cooked faster than the inside. But anyway, then you stick the knife through at the end, right? There you go, just sort of cut it in half. And now I don't think there's gonna be a cheese pull happening, but if there is, yeah, no cheese pull this time. The cheese did melt a little bit though. But yeah, there you go. G's Kitchen. That's how you make not just a tuna melt, but how you make a deluxe tuna melt. Because back in the day, we used to just do the tuna and the cheese, and that was about it. But you know, maybe a little bit of butter on the bread on the outside, if anything. But no, yeah, we went all out with the mayo and the mustard. And like I said, there's a combination of ways you can make that. But yep, that's about it. If you're making this for like a group of people and you're all really poor, like me and Maddie were back in the day, here's another thing you can do. You take those halves we just made, and you cut those halves in halves. And then there you go. You can feed 4 of your buddies that are all very poor, have to sleep on a park bench, and are having a fourth of a tuna sandwich, a Miller Lite, and a pack of cigarettes for dinner. So, yep, that's it. That's about it. Okay, not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't care if it's 7 a.m. I just ate one of the fourths of this. And, It's pretty good. What can I say? That being said, it probably would have been a lot better if I would have just stuck it in the microwave. Like, I wish I was kidding, but like, dude, I would have rather just stuck it in the microwave. Like, oh, I hate cooking, bro. It takes all this time just to feed yourself. Why spend 15 minutes making that? Which I'm not dissing this. This is an all-time classic. I love this dish. This is chef's kiss perfection. But I'm just saying, bro, like, it's so much easier to just, like, heat up some frozen fries and some chicken nuggets for, like, 2 minutes and then you're full. You know what? Like, that's just, you know, that's how I see it. For me, it's like, why spend 10 minutes cooking something when I can spend those 10 minutes playing an 8-minute Call of Duty match and then cooking the chicken nuggets and fries for the last 2 minutes of those 10 minutes, eat those in, like, 30 seconds, and then get back to Call of Duty. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. Anyway, as always, massive shout out to other Patrons and channel members to get all you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out to both some of the asking any data money, and the biggest shout out to on the G tier, Rider Vengeance, Little Cheese Girl, and Scrift. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.